everyone, and welcome to the NBA. Well, Stan, once teams get into the postseason, what kind of changes do we typically see?
Well, Brian, the one thing you see for sure is everybody's rotation will get shorter and the best players' minutes will go up. There's no more experimentation now. It's time to put your best players out there for as many minutes as possible.
And now the opening lineup for New York. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Bridges in at the 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Hardaway. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Shot clock at 5. And that one's good. Cunningham.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
To the inside. Here's Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
What a powerful dunk by Towns, showing the rim no mercy.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's the Pistons with the ball. Cunningham looking it over. And the layup falls.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And here are the Knicks now, after the Pistons picking up a basket just moments ago. Outside Brunson. Going inside, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Here's Brunson after the Pistons picking up a basket just moments ago. They set the pick. To the paint. Here's Towns. Good D by Duren.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Bridges against Hardaway. Pass to Harris. Takes the 3. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And the coaches rave about Harris and his three-point shooting. Helps his team space the floor.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. I discussed with Coach how difficult it is to guard Jalen Brunson. He initially joked. He said, "You'll have to ask my guys that." Jalen is really gritty, confident player. We can't let him get into a rhythm early or we're going to be in trouble. We'll have to keep our eye on how well this defense does against Brunson. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Thompson. 15 in his last outing. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Hard against Harris. Outside Brunson. The rebound by Detroit. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
It was just a challenging game for them. They executed well, but just not well enough to put themselves over the top.
Yeah, but those are the games you can learn from. You see where you are now and where you need to get to.
Now here's Harris, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Hardaway, no good.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Cunningham against Bridges. Towns on a screen to get back on track. And Mikal Bridges gets a 3. And that'll tie this game up.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
Cunningham passes to Hardaway. Here's Thompson. 29 seconds left to play in the first. Towns with a rebound. The Knicks have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Hart passes to Anunoby. Outside Brunson. Soft touch off the glass. Brunson's got his second basket on the night.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Fires from way outside. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. New York out in front. They lead by 2. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
The Pistons trailing. So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. We've got Mitchell Robinson. Achua is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Campaign, and it's McBride in at the 2. Here's Stewart. Oh, the block! Just stops it cold and takes possession. Bridges finds Payne. Now here's Robinson, right wing. They set the screen. Here's McBride. Off target from outside. And Stan, after starting his NBA career playing at center, the 6'8" Isaiah Stewart, more often now a power forward.
Yeah, look, Brian, he's improved as a shooter. He still looks more like an old school big at the 4 spot, but he can step out and stretch the floor.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
McBride passes to Robinson. Now here's Payne. Jacks up a 3. Knocks it down from distance. Payne's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
That one's good for 2. Beasley's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Bridges outside. Robinson a screen on Thompson for 3. Bridges. The rebound by Detroit. Pass to Schroeder. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Robinson with the block. To the middle. Here's McBride. An easy 2 on the layup. McBride's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, making the smart pass there. I mean, Bridges doesn't just hold the ball.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
It's time for the dance hand. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Come on, show us your move. Oh, sit down. Get down. Let's see what you got.
Tobias Harris checked in for Detroit. Cunningham comes in for Thompson. And the Knicks making a change here. And the rate of player ejections going up in recent seasons, Stan.
Well, Brian, players these days certainly have a voice in a lot of things. And when it comes to critiquing officials, they're not shy. We see complaints on virtually every call in games now, and the referees seem to have had enough of it.
Now here's Cunningham. 6 points for him. Bridges on the double. Cunningham passes to Harris. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Brunson. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And now a 4-point Knick lead.
And so effective from these in-between spots. Brunson doesn't need much room to feel comfortable.
Shoots from 12. And it's Brunson with the rebound.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
You love the assertiveness Bridges plays with, accepting contact while he's trying to score.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
First team foul. At the line for the Knicks, Bridges. Mikal Bridges. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And every year, Bridges seems to take another leap. His work ethic and drive to improve is impressive.
And some changes here for Detroit. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. And Hardaway is subbed in for Schroeder. Good on the second one. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Cunningham passes to Harris. Duren with it. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Beasley. Fires for 3. Drains the triple.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Outside Achua. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Anunoby on the wing. Bridges outside. Achua with a screen on Beasley for 3. Bridges. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Harris. Back to Cunningham. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And the Pistons making a change here. Thompson's checked in, and the Knicks making a change here as well. Hart's checked in for Achua.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, the injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Harris, a screen on Brunson. Here's Cunningham. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Cunningham's got 11 points.
Cunningham is so skilled working the pick and roll. That time the play was for himself to score.
Here's Brunson, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cunningham. And it's Brunson with the rebound. we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Knicks. They're up by 2. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, Coach, the lead has been going back and forth. How can you gain some separation in the second half?
We got to play with more energy. We're playing a low-energy game, offensively and defensively. So we're just trading buckets. We're not getting anywhere.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Well, I think for the Knicks, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
Now let's change gears back to the New York Knicks, who find themselves in a tightly contested ballgame.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis, Chet. Well done.
Yeah, instead of rambling on like usual.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. 2-point game. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duran. Tim Hardaway is out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. Detroit has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Outside Hardaway. There's Cunningham with a 3. Cunningham confident in his range.
Yeah, and Cunningham there, able to shoot with his feet set. That's one he knows he can hit.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. And they double up Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Anunoby, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Cunningham. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys, but now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
The first one falls.
Well, the pressure on Cunningham when he came into the league was immense. He's gone through adversity, but he's never stopped working to improve.
He does not get the second one.
Couldn't put them in the lead, but at least does enough to tie it up.
Outside Hart, pass to Brunson. Towns, a screen on Cunningham. Here's Brunson. Brunson with the finish inside.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
Now Duran. Hardaway with it. Harris passes to Hardaway. No good on the three.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Pass to Brunson. Cunningham with some nice D. Detroit has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. And here's Harris. Inside. Kate Cunningham with the flush.
Well, this is the story of the night for that defense. They have not been able to contain Cunningham.
The Knicks have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Hardaway against Bridges. And he lays it up and in. Bridges has got 9.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Here comes the ball, Detroit. Hit the Pistons answer.
And some changes here for Detroit. Beasley comes in for Hardaway, and it's Schroeder in for Kate Cunningham. And a switch here also for New York. Achua's checked in for Anunoby. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Beasley outside. Thompson outside. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Bridges passes to Brunson. Oh, the physicality of Brunson.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Pistons trail by 4. Beasley outside. Back to Schroeder. Pass to Harris. Duren with a screen on Achua. Duren with it. Covered by Towns. 4 on the clock. Thompson against Hart. Thompson, that's good. Thompson's got his first 2 points of the night.
A nimble play by the Rook. Thompson had to stay agile to beat the contact.
And Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Stewart, he's checked in for Detroit. Holland comes in for Thompson. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside Schroeder. Pass to Stewart. Back to Schroeder. It's Beasley on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Achua. The 3 ball. Duren with a rebound. Pistons trail by 4. Here's Schroeder. Back to Beasley. Stewart, a screen on Bridges. Beasley, that's good. Beasley's got 10 points.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Brunson passes to Hart. Back to Brunson. Fires the 3. And Brunson won't miss many of those.
And no matter how the D's coming at him tonight, Brunson has adapted. And that's what great scorers do. They figure it out.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Brunson against Schroeder. There's the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Schroeder's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The shot misses. 3/4 of play and a close one here. It's the Knicks. They lead by a bucket. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the 4th quarter of basketball coming up next. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Cameron Payne out there with Miles McBride. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Achua. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Outside McBride. Here he goes. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
New York basketball.
Outside Payne. 3-pointer. He drops it from range. And the Knicks lead by 5.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Pass to Holland. And he lobs it up top.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Now here's Achua. Towns down low. He's against Stewart. Shoots from the right block. And it's Towns with a bucket inside.
Yeah, with his size and build, Towns can be very forceful inside, and no one was able to stop him.
Now here's Schroeder. Stewart, a screen on Payne. Just 4 to shoot. Schroeder, pass to Holland. 4-3. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 8 now. Outside Payne. Here's McBride. Back to Payne. Achua with a screen on Schroeder. Knocks down the long J.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
Who wants a t-shirt?
whole new group out there. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey team, I was able to catch the message that JB Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Pistons trail by 8. Harris outside. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Cunningham, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of.
Bridges outside. Outside Hart. Pass to Bridges. Outside Brunson. And they double up Brunson. Hart from long range. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Here's Cunningham. Cunningham takes the hit and puts it in.
And no lack in concentration. Cunningham going to work.
Here's Brunson outside. And again, New York with the triple.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Oh, and Towns with the block.
And that's outstanding defense and timing by Towns. Good to see him making an impact on this end.
And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That'll be a second foul of the game. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Brunson.
Well, I think Duren was in the shooter's head. Did a nice job with that contest.
Here's Thompson. Got a hand on it. Now Bridges. Hart with a screen on Hardaway. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Cunningham against Brunson. Now here's Cunningham. He's guarded closely. Off with the layup. And here's New York now. They're on a 14-6 run.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Knicks.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And so they powered through to their 51st win of the year.
And so with this win, they'll end this season series dead even at 2 wins apiece.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jalen Brunson.
It's hard to think of a part of the game where he didn't play a major role. Mentally, physically. I mean, he showed us what he's capable of when he's feeling his best.
And so it's New York with it, following the score by Detroit. Here's Brunson outside. Duren with the rebound. And not much left to play for at this point.
Hey, you give it your all and let the chips fall where they may. Just wasn't their night.
Now here's Cunningham. Basket counts.
Yeah, usually Duren is more of a finisher, but being selfless with the ball is a good thing for him in the long run.
So New York wins it. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.